So 2 weeks ago, it was snowing here in Alabama. Last week, we had tornadoes and thunderstorms all week long. But today, it's nice. For the first time in a very long time, we're gonna take out the kayak. I gotta get her ready. I did plug her up last night. I got all the batteries charged up and ready to go. All I gotta do is grab some tackle and throw some rods in the Topwater box, and we're gonna go. I've got the motor mounted. A lot of you guys actually asked me, do I travel with the motor attached to the kayak? And I do, but what I've started to do is I got this little bungee cord and I actually strap it to the shaft right here. And then I hook that to the trailer so it keeps it from doing any bouncing. And then when we get to the lake, I just pull this off. Now this is just me traveling, 20 minutes down the road. If I'm gonna travel to Florida or anything like that, I'll take it off and put it in the truck. But everything else is locked down, batteries are charged. I'm gonna grab some tackle. I can't believe the weather's nice. I think the high today is gonna be 67. It's still in the 50s outside right now, but 67 is great. It's what we've been waiting on here. Hopefully it'll start warming the water up some, and the fish should be moving shallow. So today, no crappie. We're gonna bass fish only out of the kayak. I'm gonna show you guys the new setup once we get out on the water. This will also be the first trip that I use my big graph on the kayak. I got it set up, so I can go back and forth from the boat. I do think I'm gonna grab these culprits. Whenever I redid our tackle wall in last week's video, or maybe a week before last, when we put this together, I had to rehang all my tackle back up in our new studio. And I found these that I didn't know I had. Man, those look really good for this time of year. So I'm gonna grab these, and probably, I need an orange color that'll do good today. Probably bring that Berkeley right there. And I've got some already in the kayak, but I just want to get some stuff. I know they're going to be moving shallow today, and they're going to be hitting the redder orange colors. That would actually probably do really good today too. So let's throw that in the kayak. I've got all my crappie stuff out of the bottom drawer. I'm making myself not crappie fish today. That has been the downfall of my LiveScope situation. I've got LiveScope built into the kayak too. And I didn't want to tempt myself with getting out there today and seeing crappie and then switching from bass fishing to crappie fishing. So I'm not even gonna bring it. I'm not gonna do that to myself because they haven't been biting where they're at, and I waste too much time sitting on crappie that aren't biting right now. All right, we are hooked up and I am headed to the river. I absolutely love this Wolf Box rearview mirror. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Check it out. You can see the kayak back there in the back. I can kind of angle it how I need it so I can make sure that I can keep an eye on the kayak, because that trailer is so narrow. As you can see, my rearview mirror, I can't see it. So having this camera right there like that is freaking awesome. It works really good with my bass boat too. But we're hooked up. I'm headed to the same place that I skunked on in my bass boat a few weeks ago, guys. So y'all say a little prayer for me. Maybe we'll find some fish. I did the right thing by not bringing any crappie. I didn't bring a crappie lure, any crappie rods, all bass stuff, because I just, that LiveScope, I'm telling you guys, it makes you, as soon as you see a little pile of crappie, you want to quit fishing for bass and start throwing at the crappie. So I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna try my best to just get out here and just fish old school, kinda. I still got my LiveScope in the graph that we're gonna try to use to find some bass, but we're gonna go shallow. I think they are gonna be moving up shallow. It's the right time of year. I got the right baits, I think, the right colors, and we're just gonna slow fish, and we're gonna put fish in the boat today. I don't care if I'm jinxing it right now or not. I will touch a fish today, I promise. So let's go see if we can find them. All right, it looks like the wind is starting to pick up some, which is probably a good thing. We just got to get across the river. I almost left this pullover at home. I'm glad that I didn't. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. We're kind of scooting across the lake right now. As you can see that when there's ripple in the water, I get a little bit of spray over the bow when I'm running wide open like this. So I've got the old Newport Vessel's motor running. We're gonna go, I'm gonna hit a few creeks, I think, some just like inlets and stuff to see if they are moving up. I'm seeing bait on the LiveScope right now. All right, let's drop the LiveScope back in. I had to pull it out. I didn't have to, but I felt like I was dragging a little bit of water. I was running wide open. I just so happen to already have this jerkbait tied on, so I'm gonna spot lock right here for a minute. Since it's windy on this little point, I'm gonna see if I can maybe get one to strike it. Got him. That didn't take long. He ain't a big one, but it immediately gets the skunk out of the boat. There we go. We need to do much bigger than this today, though, guys. Much bigger. Oh, did you get your eye, buddy? First one of the day. I'll take it. We didn't skunk, guys. We didn't skunk. All right, go tell your daddy I'm out here. That's a good sign, though, y'all. So they're feeding right here. We just need the bigger ones to strike. That was like my third cast, I believe. Second or third cast. All right, guys, quick little midday update for you. It is, I think it's after 1. Yeah, it's 1:20. And all we got so far was that first baby bass that we got on like the second or third cast this morning. I didn't find them shallow, but all I'm seeing is a bunch of schooling shad out here. So there's wind on the main channel, so I'm kind of headed out. You can probably hear the wind blowing right now, but there's birds just feeding on shad out here. And every time I've seen birds, I've seen bass feeding up under them on the shad. So we're headed out there. I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see all the birds, but they're right off this main point. And if they're pushing the bait, you know the bass are going to be there too. I'm seeing, every time I see a school of shad on the forward facing sonar, I'm seeing bass there as well. So I'm going to scoot on out here. I haven't done anything good in the creeks or the banks or anything like that, which I thought I would be. The water temperature here is 50 degrees. So it's still pretty cold. It's nowhere near where it needs to be yet for spawning or anything like that. But we can get out here and see if we can get on some of these while they're feeding with a jerk bait or a rattle trap or something like that. We might be able to get some bigger ones in the boat. I don't really want to fish for dinks, but at this point I'll catch whatever I can. If we got to tie a jig on and drag it around, we will. Let's see if we can get some out of these bait balls where these birds are at. Maybe these birds will share with us. just hooked up with one. I'm not sure, it's fighting like a catfish, but I watched it eat. I dropped it all the way to the bottom. Oh, I wish I was recording a screen on that. Yeah, I think this is a catfish. I didn't bring my net. There we go. Holy crap. Yeah, this has got to be a big cat. Oh my goodness. Don't break, don't break, don't break. If it ain't a cat, we got a big one. But I'm pretty sure it's a cat. Oh, don't you break me off. Come on. Holy cow, guys. You can see him. Oh, he's dragging. I gotta let some line out. Don't you come on. Oh, goodness. He just ran right up and grabbed it. I was throwing at a different fish. Come on. Wire yourself out. Hopefully that sun's not just killing this shot, y'all. Am I spot locked? Oh, goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, this is a cat. Golly. Holy crap. I didn't bring my net, y'all. I hadn't seen this fish yet. Oh. I caught him at, like, I think it was around 20 feet. Holy cow! Look at the size of this catfish, y'all. Somebody call Kayak Catfish and tell him I'm coming for his channel. I don't want to put this thing in my boat. I don't got my gloves on. Come on, wear yourself out. No, and my battery died on my chesty, y'all. That's just great. Come here. No gloves. Holy crap, y'all. Woo! I hear you, buddy. I'm gonna get it out. Here to get you. Alright, got the lure out. Man, I can't believe my chesty died. Alright. I'm gonna get one shot. Can y'all see me from where you're at? One shot on this guy. Good God. Don't you kick. Look at the size of this guy. All right. We gotta release it. We gotta. That was a freaking giant. He did not look that big on the forward-facing sonar, I'll tell you guys that. And it figures my chesty would die as soon as I got him on the boat. Oh. Guys, that catfish was absolutely huge. I got the battery changed out in my chesty. That battery has lasted, I'm gonna say, it's almost 3 o'clock and we got on the water at like 9. That one battery has lasted that long. That's pretty good. I'm using the DJI Action 5 Pro today for the first time on the kayak. I don't have the mic hooked up, but hopefully the audio is still good. It's not as windy as it was. I'm gonna screen record my Garmin right now. And I'm doing that because where I caught that catfish was off of this hump, and there's a ton. Let me get it started. There's a ton of fish right here, and they don't look that big on screen, but that catfish that was a 40-pound catfish or more. And I can see one right now swimming towards that tree that I just caught him on. It might even be the same one. All right, I started screen recording right now. Do y'all see that big tree underwater? So that tree is 20 feet down at the base and all the way up to 10 foot. And that's where I just caught that catfish off of. So I'm gonna screen record this now to see if we can pull something else off. And I'm throwing just a zoom on here, and it don't even look right, to be honest with you. I should have took the front head off of that zoom when I screwed it on that jig, but I'm just throwing it out there and letting it sit. So let me see if I can find that tree again. There's some sort of brush pile down there, it looks like, at the base of that tree. So that might be a lot of crappie. Well guys, the sun is officially starting to set behind me, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go by total amount of fish caught today. I'm gonna go by total weight. So if we take that, I hope that wind's not killing the mic. If we take that, say 40-pound catfish, at least 40 pounds, that thing was huge. So if we take the 40-pound cat and we add it to the bass we caught right off the, right out of the gate this morning, that was a decent little bass. So if we take the weight, the 40 pounds from the catfish, and add it to that, we should have what? 40 pounds, 2 ounces, 40 pounds, 3 ounces, because that bass was absolutely tiny. I think it was about the same length as the jerkbait that it shot at. This wind is kicking, guys. Let me show you. Can you guys tell how fast this wind is moving across this water? And I'm kind of lucked up right now. I'm trying to use my body to block the mic because I'm fixing to drop the big motor in right now. I just got the trolling motor going. We got to get all the way back across the river. I'm lucky though because the wind is actually blowing that direction, so the overspray won't be as bad. Usually when you kick this motor on the back, my Newport Vessels motor, if I kick it on high and I'm going into the wind, I get some crazy overspray. I don't know what was up with the fish today. I did have a lot of chasers. I don't know, it's just, right now the bite window here is just so tight, and I feel like I could stay here for right till dark and maybe get a few worm bites over here, but the temperature has just dropped. It went from mid-60s to, it's probably in the 40s right now. It is freaking cold. So I'm gonna head back to the truck. It was a fun day. I'm gonna come back. Hopefully, it's supposed to be warm again this weekend, so I'm gonna come back, and I'm planning to, I don't know if you guys are gonna get to see this as a second video for the week, but I am going, I put in my notice at work, so those of you that care or are still watching, I've been telling you guys I'm going full-time very soon here on YouTube. I did put in my notice today, actually, and I'm probably gonna go to 2 videos a week. Sometimes, we're still gonna have our main content every Monday at 6 o'clock, but I do think I'm gonna pick another day and start throwing extra videos and extra content on there for you guys, and I'm gonna start doing stuff for all of my channel members. So if you wanna support the channel, I need it. I need the support right now, guys. So if you wanna support the channel, I think it's like $5 a month, and I'm gonna start doing special content and stuff for all my members soon. So just hit the join button that's right up under this video. We got a great group of guys, and gals that support the channel. They're awesome. A lot of people, have been with me ever since I added the membership to my channel. And those are my OGs. Y'all get in with them, support the content. I'm gonna upload every Monday at 6 still, and hopefully throw you guys an extra video every week now. So anyway, I got a long run to go. I'm gonna put everything up, and I'm just gonna kick the motor on high and head back to the truck. It'll probably be dark by the time I get there, so I appreciate you guys watching. I upload every Monday at 6, and I will catch you guys next week. Peace.